Hey guys, my name is Matt Balducci and welcome to my book review channel. Today we're going to cover the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. So obviously this needs to be a staple in any super self-development collection that you have. And honestly, you need to read this book 2 or 3 times to really comprehend everything that's going on in the book. But today I'm going to cover the top 4 takeaways that I got from the book, okay? Now, if you haven't heard of this book, which if you have not, Google it. It's one of the #1 selling self-development books ever written, and it's basically before podcasts were created. And what Napoleon Hill was hired on to do by Dale Carnegie, if you know any of those names, was to actually go around and interview some of the most successful people in the world. Now, again, you have tons of podcasts out there like Lewis Howes's podcast, School of Greatness, or Tom Bilyeu's Impact Theory, and essentially he went and did that before you could basically put that out there as fast as we can now. But the craziest part is this was written in the early 1900s, and everything about the book is still universal. So my goal with this channel and my goal with the book reviews is to get more people to read books and to support them throughout their journey in their career and their life. So what I want to do, guys, as you can see, is my backdrop has changed. I am now in my home office, which I just bought a house and I'm super excited about. But I want to cover the top 4 takeaways from Think and Grow Rich. So the first one that I took away from Think and Grow Rich is that you need to have a mastermind group. And the cool part about that is if you don't know what a mastermind group is, you can actually pay to be in a lot of very successful masterminds, or you can create one by basically getting together multiple successful people that you want to be in your group. Now the key here is pick wisely. So in the book, they talk a lot about that obviously you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. You probably heard that 100 million times. Here's the crazy part. You've heard it 100 million times, which means it has to be true. So why do we continuously see the same thing over and over in success books or self-development books? Is because the reason is we compare ourselves naturally to the people we spend the most time with. So if our friends are not making a lot of money, then we're going to be okay with not making a lot of money. So the tip I can give you guys right now that I learned from this book, and you guys should go read it, is that you need to pick your mastermind group wisely. Now again, Google, there's millions of successful mastermind groups out there that you can literally pay thousands of dollars to be in, which I recommend if you have the financials. If you don't and you're young, right, and you need to join a mastermind group, then what you really want to do is go seek networking groups and talk to as many people as you can. And the cool part is that you don't need to have a mastermind group. You can have people that you look up to that you personally have created. So for me personally, I am a part of a couple masterminds, but what I've done when I was younger is I would use YouTube and social media to basically build up my group of people that I spent the most time with. So Lewis Howes, Tony Robbins, Tom Bilyeu, Ed Mylett, right? The list goes on and on and on. Brendan Burchard, right? My idol and my rival. And the key, guys, is that you need to pick your mastermind and get one. If you don't have one, you're behind the cuff of being successful. Every successful person is a part of some sort of group. Okay. Number 2 is burn the boats. Now, what this means is that you have to, right? I'll tell a quick story here. You have to burn your boats. So what does that essentially come down to? Is that if let's say we went to war right now, and this was back in the day when we'd pull up in our boats and we're going to take over an island. If you have the boats, right, behind you, there's an opportunity to retreat back to your boats and hop in, and you can try to get away in safety. The problem with that is then you have this preconceived notion that you are okay, and that if you don't win, you can just run to your boats, hop in it. So if you burn them, which I can't remember the exact story that was told in the book, so read the book and get the story, but they were doing a huge battle, and the actual captain or sergeant or lieutenant or whoever the highest commanding officer was lit all the boats on fire, and all that you can do now is fight for your life, because if you didn't win, you were going to die. So in your life, ask yourself, what are you willing to do for your goal, whatever that might be, and are you willing to burn the boats? Now, again, I'm not telling you that you can't leave a little bit of a boat back there, but here's the truth, is that if you have any inkling of being able to go backwards, you're not going to fully go at all speeds. If you look up Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, one of the reasons he's so damn successful and continues being successful is one of his biggest philosophies is he wants to have his back up against the wall with nowhere to go, right? And that's been proven over and over and over again in successful people that if you don't have that safety net, you either make it or you die. Now, again, you might not physically die, but you either make it or you fail. So it's one of the two, okay? So that's number 2 takeaway is burn the boats, right? Number 3 takeaway is write your plan down. So I think that a lot of people out there wing their life. They wing it so much that they don't even know what they're actually going after. They just wake up and they kind of just go after things. They don't have a schedule or calendar or anything. And again, Napoleon Hill, this is one of those things that you hear over and over and over again in almost any successful thing that you can tell someone. And I work with very high achieving people that make 200 grand, 300 grand, $500,000 a year. And one of the things that I realize is most of them still struggle with just putting together a plan. And the reason is that it's so difficult. And that's why I get hired as a business coach and a high performance coach, is to come in and help people put together a plan so they can stick to it and actually make more money or hit their goals or whatever it is. But write your plan down. So again, I don't think I need to sell, if you're watching this video, I don't think I need to sell you on why you need to write it down, but in the book explains it very thoroughly, is that it just puts power into it. It holds you accountable, right? It makes you like you just got to get it done. So number 4, and the last tip that I took from the book, is that everything has to follow a system, and everything is all about habits. So we are the habits we create, right? So every decision we make creates a habit or creates a bad habit. And so when I have my morning routine, when I eat the way I eat, when I work out the way I work out, one of the things I can tell everyone out there, and again, habits again, a lot of these things, guys, are not rocket science. They're not new. It's not the only thing. So why does this book continuously sell? Is because these are the things that we as people, no matter if we were born in the 1900s, the 1800s, whatever, we all struggle with. Even high achievers are these 4 principles. But you have to have a system until it becomes a habit. Okay, so that means you have to systemize the things that you really want in your life. So I'm going to recap one more time. The top 4 things is number 1 is get a mastermind group. Burn the boats. Burn them. Write your plan down. And you need to have a system that creates habits in your life, especially successful habits. And again, guys, my name is Matt Balducci, high performance coach and entrepreneur. And I hope you check out the rest of my book reviews. I'm reading 60 books in 2018. Reason is I'm selfishly making book reviews for myself, and hopefully it'll help other people out there. So good luck on your journeys. Get the dang book. Listen to it on Audible, and I'll talk to you soon.